Hi, my name is Fahima. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to be sharing some personal things with you today. I received inspiration on this, and this is something that I really feel that I need to do. The subject is going to be in regards to the spirit. I mentioned in my other video that I'm going to be talking a lot about the mind, the body, and the spirit on this channel. I believe that they each play a key role into our health and our happiness. So, this may be a delicate subject for some, but this is just my story. This is what helped me, what worked for me, what didn't work. I just want to share with you guys what that is. So, please stay for the whole video. I don't know how long this is going to be yet, so I guess I will start with talking about where I came from. I grew up in a Muslim household. My parents are Muslim. They are from Afghanistan. I was born here in the United States, and the home that I grew up in was not a very loving home. My family was very dysfunctional. My older siblings, some of them started to go into a negative direction in their life, and it was really sad. They got into drugs, gangs, violence, ended up in prison, in and out, prison. It was not the best environment that I was in. Like any good daughter, I wanted to make my parents happy. I wanted to sort of help them because they were going through so much torment with my siblings and, living bad lives. And I wanted to kind of make up for that. I was the only kid in the family to practice the religion. My mom taught me how to do the prayers in Arabic and everything. I did all of that. That's what I did. I didn't ask questions. I just did as she said. And growing up, I always knew that I had a relationship, a bond with my Creator, but I didn't know anything about Him. I only knew about what I was told from my parents. And as I grew up and I started to develop my own personality, I started to have questions that they couldn't answer for me. Still wanting to make my parents happy, I would do anything for them. So when I was 14, my mom took me overseas, and I got engaged to a man who was twice my age. I had an arranged marriage and was married 2 years later at the age of 16. At age 16, I was nowhere near ready for any type of relationship or commitment or sexual intercourse. It was a very traumatic experience for me. I came back to the States to finish high school, and somehow, luckily, I was able to get out of that marriage. There are a lot of details that go into all that, but all I can say is that I know someone was looking out for me. I was able to divorce him, and then I actually fell in love with someone. I decided to pursue a relationship with him. We were together for a few years. We got married, we had a child, and everything seemed great. But it was too good to be true. Shortly after our honeymoon, he reveals to me that he is sexually attracted to men. And he didn't know what to think of it. He was questioning his own sexuality, and he was going through a lot of his own issues that I was never aware of. His image in my eyes shattered. I did not know how to take such news. I loved him very much, and my plan was to marry one person and be with them the rest of my life. That's just the type of person I am. And so I didn't know what to do with this. So we decided to go to counseling to try to work things out, try to figure out what is happening. Well, something like that, as you know, as you can imagine, is not fixable. I can't compete with that. We ended up splitting up, and it was very hard for me. Very, very hard for me. I fell into a deep depression. I dropped out of college. I didn't want to live anymore. I just didn't. I didn't know what to do with my life. As I started to get better, or so I thought I did, I started making some bad decisions. And I met a man that was trouble from the start. And I knew it too. But mentally, I was not okay. I was not right in my head. So I entered in a relationship with him. It was very early on in the relationship that he became abusive. I stayed with him for 2.5 years. And in that time, I tried to leave him over and over and over and over again. And I would leave, and then I would go back, and then I would leave, and then I would go back. At the same time that all this happened, I fell into worse depression. I attempted to commit suicide. I didn't know what to do because I thought that was my only way out. I couldn't understand what was drawing me back to him every time. I don't know. Later, I understood that that's what they call Stockholm Syndrome. So, after looking into that and looking back, I realized that that's exactly what it was. And it's a mindset that you have, and you get stuck into this terrible cycle. And I know I was one of those people who used to look at other women thinking, how could they do that? How can they keep going back to somebody who mistreats them? How can they? And then I understood. I understood completely. I still do. And I feel for them. During this time, it was in 2012, 5 years ago, a friend of mine invited me to church. And that is when I found Jesus Christ. I wasn't sure about a lot of things. I had so many questions. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. I started to read the Bible, and I started to go to church and just try to learn everything I can about God. And it made so much sense to me. It felt right in here. Soon enough, I gained the strength to leave the abusive relationship. Something I had no idea. I had no idea that I had that strength in me, because it was very difficult. And in that time, I had lost the respect of my friends, of my family, and some of which who didn't even want to speak to me because of it. But I got out. I left. I never looked back. It was just a moment that came to me, and I said, that's it. That is it. I'm not doing that. I'm worth more. So I left. And I did everything that I could to break those ties. Because, as you know, in those types of relationships, they don't just let you leave. So there were many times that he would try to contact friends and family and try to track me down. So that was a very stressful situation for me at the time. But I got through it, and I am so happy today. I am so happy. And I could not have done that without the help of God. As you can imagine, my parents, being Muslim still, it's very difficult to have a normal relationship with them. It's kind of like a don't ask, don't tell thing. They know that I've gone to church, and they know that I'm a Christian now, but we can't talk about it. So it's unfortunate. It's sad. But I have just never been happier, and I have continued on. I call myself a baby Christian because it's only been 5 years. And if you think about it, before all of this, I didn't know anything about Jesus. I had no idea. And I can't believe that I just missed out. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to have known him. And I tell you, since then, I have had so many inspirational things happen to me. So many great things. My life has just changed. It has just moved into such a positive direction. And the very beginning of my search for learning about Christianity, back in 2012, I started to have dreams, and I know they were from God. They were, and they were very special. And what I kept dreaming about was God telling me that it's going to be okay. That he's going to be there for me, that it's going to be okay, I'm safe. And it was just such a great feeling to know that. And now it's just such a great feeling to know who my Creator is and to know more about him. And anyway, it's just really exciting for me. And I want to talk about that. I wanted to bring that up today because that has a lot to do with my spirit. That has a lot to do with my driving force every day. And I just hope and I pray that there are people out there who are willing to ask questions. Don't blindly follow anything until you have done the research and that you understand it, fully understand it. And hopefully it feels right to you. It's unfortunate to see that there are so many Christians out there persecuted every day because of what they believe. More so, I know that there are a lot of Muslims out there who may be questioning their faith, but may feel like it's not safe for them to do so. I'm not here to tell you to do one thing or another, but just know that it is possible for you to come out of something so bad and so terrible, and you can come out of it with victory, because I know I did, and I feel it. I feel it here. I'm happy here. One of the biggest things that helps me to strive for more and strive to be better every single day, and not just taking care of my body, but taking care of the people around me, and treating others nicely, and trying to forgive others, and trying to just be kind and love one another. That is my biggest driving force to do that. God is my biggest driving force to do that. So I just hope that this video will help someone out there, anyone out there, if they have questions about their life, about their religious path, whatever it may be. But sometimes our spirit aspect of our life suffers. And I truly believe that it's because of a lack of communication or a lack of relationship with your Creator. And once you have that, it's just, I promise you, it is such an amazing feeling. You start to feel whole. You start to feel important. And then you begin to love yourself. So that is my story for today. And I'm very sorry that I was really emotional. I did not expect that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please share with anyone that you think might need some hope in their life. If you really like this video, hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment below. Please subscribe for more. There's going to be a lot going on here on this channel. A lot of exciting things happening. Again, just thank you so much. God bless you all.